but on Galway's first half performance, I'm sure you're glad you came here instead.
That's right, Mike. Well, all my neighbours and friends and my wife Kathy at the reception in the Ordinmore Lodge, I want them all to go on their knees now and please pray that we hold the lead that we have for the second half. It's 84 and Michael Tierney, friends of mine, their wedding, so I give them my best wishes and see them tonight. But you know, sitting here now in Galway leading by 7 points, it happened before in 1981 in a similar situation that Galway had a lead, and I'd be very bothered by the roar of the Galway crowd as the team ran in at half time kind of saying, you're great lads, we're doing well, but we're not doing well. And it was only the last 5 minutes that Galway started playing the direct hurling, which they must do to beat Offaly, because this fostered and they were doing the half back line of hand passing and trying to solo through the forward line, it's the tip Offaly back line. They're wasting their time. They're such direct hurlers, Offaly. So if they maintain the direct hurling that they did in the last 5 or 10 minutes of the first half, I think we'll hold on.
Johnny Clifford, maybe this is the Galway man coming out in me, and just to pick up on what Joe Connolly has been saying there, you got the feeling from Galway that they should have been for most of this first half well ahead, but as Joe said, there's been a lot of foostering around.
Well, it has been a funny game, Michael. I thought that Galway had the edge all through, and yet 5 minutes to go they were only a point in front. But it's that kind of a game. They were leaving Offaly back into it, going down the field, getting the odd point. But they came away and they got 2 goals there in the last 5 minutes. 2 goals, I believe. I thought the goal that Nolan got, that the full-back was left isolated completely on his own with Nolan, and that shouldn't happen. Yes. The second one, if you look at it, Brendan Keesham never...
Let's look at that goal there, Johnny, for a moment that you were talking about. Yes. The ball played in by Éanna Ryan.
That's the second goal now.
This is the second goal.
You see, here's Brendan Keesham, number 5, and his man gone inside him, and he never went in after him to pick him up.
Yes. Well,
he should have done that.
Yeah, Martin Naughton, we were talking about Joe Cooney before the match, but for me, Martin Naughton has been Galway, certainly he's their most industrious forward in this game.
He's played very well, Mike. One thing he does very well is that in solo runs, he always seems to maintain control of the ball, which is a very difficult thing to do. And running with the ball is his forte, but he's also got the goal and 3 very good points, and would be in a bad way without him. He's played very well.
Yes. Johnny, let's have a look at Offaly's goal by Mark Corrigan here now. This showed up something of Galway's lapses at the back, because we'll see in the wide shot that the goal was not protected at all in the far side.
Not protected at all, yes. They obviously, again, felt that he was going to hit her over the bar, which everybody probably thought. But you shouldn't be. If you're going to win All Ireland, you have to look at all those things. And they certainly left it open for them to have a cut-off. A bad goal on Galway's point of view again.
Yeah. I'm sure from an Offaly point of view, they'll be in the dressing room and their supporters will feel that they certainly don't deserve to be so far behind at half-time, because they played as well as Galway until those last 4 or 5 minutes.
They have indeed, Michael, but I always felt that every time Galway came up, there was plenty of space, and again, unless Offaly tighten up and nail people and stop them from running with the ball, they're going to be in trouble.
But the question is, do you believe that they have the character, maybe as much as the skill, to come back into this game now and fight their way back?
Well, they may have the character. Whether they have the skill at this stage is doubtful to me, Michael. I fancied Galway, and I think that they're going to win. Offaly's defence is much too open altogether. And they're giving away the odd score all the time. They're coming back up the field. They're bringing it down to a point or two. Galway come back up and score again. That kind of a game, Michael, has proven the last 5 minutes. Galway got 2 goals and turned the match completely around.
Well, you might be happy about Galway, Johnny. I'm sure Joe Connolly and all the Galway supporters will wait just a little while yet before they start cheering Galway on for the All-Ireland final. The team's coming back out then for the second half of this match. Galway leading by 7 points at half-time. Let's return again to Ger Canning.
Galway are back on. We're awaiting the return of Offaly. Galway are unchanged. The forwards are having a little union meeting at the moment up out of shot. Offaly are now coming back, and we'll just wait to see what, if any, changes they decide to make. They have a limited enough panel in terms of experience. Looking through their subs list, a lot of them are straight out of minor. There's McCaughlin. Oh, there's a change. Danny Owens is in. Danny Owens, of course, has All-Ireland medals from 1981 and 1985, won against Galway. You won't need a reminder of that if you're watching in the West, of course. Danny Owens then lining up. We'll wait to see where he is positioned. Seems to be midfield, I think it is. He will partner Joachim Kelly. The old partnership then of Kelly and Owens is renewed. Michael Dignall, I think, is the one who's gone. That's the case. He's now leaving. You see him there in the background. John Moore then of Offaly, or of Waterford rather. There's the half-time position, 7 points separating the teams. So can Galway then reach a record 4th All-Ireland final in a row, leading by 2 goals and a point at half-time? And Joe Cooney takes a tumble, pushed, and that's going to be the opening free. Even though the game has been played in a good spirit, we've had a lot of frees and a lot of fouling. None of it, thankfully, of a very serious nature. And it's going to be Joe Cooney who'll come back out to take the free. I'm sure he would have preferred to be under the dropping ball inside. This is inside the 65-metre line. Looks well targeted, and that's the opening point of the second half. Joe Cooney's second score, and they both come from frees. He's taking a lot of the attention away from some of the other forwards, I feel, and being very closely marked by Mick Coughlin. Offaly then needing to get right back into this game. The goal had a touch of good fortune about it, I can't help feeling. But for that, they would be very far behind at this stage. Mark Corrigan, who ended the first half with a goal and 4 points to his credit. Wide it goes. And that was one they needed. John Commons. McCoughlin wonders where it goes. It goes down towards Anthony Cunningham. Aidan Fogarty out towards Brendan Linsky in the middle of the field, getting there ahead of Vincent Tehan. Danny Owens puts in the challenge. Pete Finnerty here, half blocked down by Vincent Tehan, but it gets it up towards Noel Lane. It skids along, runs in over the end line and wide. Noel Lane, who got one of the 3 goals in the first half, goal number 2 for Galway. On towards Peter Finnerty it goes. Good clash of sticks and claims for ball down there, and Anthony Cunningham in particular is very, very insistent that it should be a Galway ball. Danny Owens then. Cut up towards Pat Delaney, runs on however to Mark Corrigan, and he seems to be the one forward who can really carry the fight to Galway. He's got a goal and 5 points now. So they go point for point at the start of this second half. Tehan to gain an advantage, but it runs on instead to Joe Cooney. Steadies himself and into the netting behind the goal it goes. So far, not a happy afternoon for Joe Cooney, really. There's the Offaly dugout wondering whether they can get back into this match. A goal would do a lot for them. Sylvie Linnane gets it out. Malone on towards the industrious Martin Naughton. Touched down by John Miller, who didn't have such a good first half. To Danny Owens. Steadies. Little chip forward. More in hope than in confidence. Eugene Coughlin and Pat Delaney, the 2 big men down the centre, have yet to score, I'll remind you. Joe Dooley hasn't scored, Pat Cleary hasn't scored, so it's very much Mark Corrigan to the fore. Brendan Keeshan trying to close the play down there, but it runs across towards Danny Owens, picked up here by Anthony Cunningham, who looks really determined, racing through the cover, lays it off towards Ian O'Ryan, look for a return, but it's whipped out of danger there by Martin Hannamy, but they're under pressure once again. Martin McGrath as Galway regroup, shoot and score. There's the great strength of the Galway team. They group well together, keep up the pressure, and there's always support coming from a colleague. That's out by Pat Malone towards Anthony Cunningham, towards Michael McGrath here. Joe Lane, or no Lane rather, steadying inside the 45-metre line, and an unerring finish. They're making Offaly look a very moderate side at the moment, Galway, playing like champions and stamping their authority on the game. Pat Delaney getting no change out of Keady so far. Danny Owens battling for the foul against Brendan Linsky. And Brendan Keeshan is the one who's going to come up to take this one. About 50 metres out, a little bit more, 55 metres perhaps. It looks to be well on its way. Brendan Keeshan's second point, and 8 points separating the teams. Switches in the Offaly defence, by the way, I should tell you about. Martin Hannamy is now centre half back. Mick Coughlin has gone left corner back. Well, there's a push there, I think, which the referee didn't see, by Pat O'Connor on Anthony Cunningham. Comes down to Joe Cooney inside towards Noel Lane. A good pick up ahead there of Aidan Fogarty. A nice turn. This is a splendid tour de force by Noel Lane. He's got a goal and 3 points. An excellent performance by the senior member of the attack. Noel Lane, who scored 52 goals for Galway in his career, including the one he's got this afternoon. There's the position. And Offaly, if they're going to make a match of it now, they're going to have to get back into it quickly. But look at the determination on Martin Naughton as he races through, and he puts it over the bar for one of the nicest points of the afternoon. This is terrific hurling, great style, great stickwork and finishing being illustrated by the champions from the West. Well, the fans around Croke Park right now are just stunned by the style of the champions. Galway playing as good as they could possibly play at the moment. I'm sure the Tipperary fans who are here, their side safely through to the final, are wondering already, as the referee saw a push there by Joe Dooley on Sylvie Linnane, which is going to be punished. A shake of the head by Joe, who has yet to score this afternoon. Came into this match having scored 3 goals in the championship, 1 against Dublin, and then 2 in the Leinster final against Wexford. Pat O'Connor is leaving the field, and PJ Martin has been brought in by Offaly. So Pat O'Connor, who's had a disappointing afternoon, it was something of a gamble to play him at left half back in the first place. Tian, closed down, referee says no foul. Corrigan, pursued all the way by Pete Finnerty towards Danny Owens, will have the stick, he picks it up Gaelic style, grounded by Jerry McInerney, free in for Offaly. Danny Owens lost the stick and lost the helmet as well. Well, at this stage in the game, with 10 points between the teams, you would begin to wonder if from free situations Offaly will go for goals. There's the 3 wise men from the West on this occasion: Cyril Farrell, Phelan Murphy. Just waiting to see where Bernie O'Connor is. On the 20-metre line, Mark Corrigan is the taker. You'll recall the goal he scored in the Leinster final from a penalty. This isn't a penalty, they're all on the goal line waiting for it. 3:13 to 1:9. It's saved, it's stopped, and it's come out. And it's back in again by Mark Corrigan and wide. And the Galway full-back line there, Peter Finnerty saying, right lads, let's stick to the task at hand now. It's gone off a defender for a 65 in fact. Watch it again in replay. Brilliant stopping there by the defence. Sylvie Linane was there and it swept out. Brendan Keesham will be the taker. They need scores and plenty of them quickly, and that one has gone wide. It's becoming a very, very disappointing afternoon for Offaly now. Galway, of course, there's Phelan Murphy, the hurling board secretary and selector. Galway, of course, believe in their hearts that they threw away 2 All-Ireland finals to Offaly in 81 and 85. Over the head of PJ Martin it goes, on to Ian O'Ryan, the architect of much of the good play in the first half. Troy advances, courageously sweeps it away over the sideline here, and that's going to be a Galway ball. Brendan Linsky leaving it there for Pete Finnerty. He's looked very, very sharp, Pete Finnerty, I must say. So too Jerry McInerney. For players who were out of senior competitive hurling for most of the last couple of winters. Coughlin comes up to Michael McGrath to Joe Cooney and over the bar. Joe Cooney's got a point from play. That's 3 points in all that he's contributed, and Galway have that handsome lead. That's the amount of time remaining. You wonder whether Offaly can really come back. In a tight finish, one might well have expected Offaly to prevail. And Galway are taking no chances. They don't want tight finishes. They want to have this match well and truly over and done with. Linsky through the centre towards Anthony Cunningham. Flakes it forward. Joe Cooney on the ground. Did it go off the stick of PJ Martin? Linesman says yes. Galway ball. And off the ball at the moment. I see Noel Lane down on the field, lying down injured, and the referee John Moore is going back to have a word with his umpires behind the goal. I can't say I saw what happened. It was off the ball. John Moore in a quick little consultation then with the men in the white coach. And what will be the outcome? They wait in the Offaly dugout as well to see what is going to happen. Aidan Fogarty is the player who's been spoken to. The referee lays down the law, and the name of Aidan Fogarty goes into his book. And I think that's the first booking we've had this afternoon in this senior match. The experienced Aidan Fogarty, who won All-Ireland medals as a half-back. Noel Lane is still receiving attention. Noel Lane, who's actually 33 years of age, won't be 34, I think, until December. Happily back on the feet. So nearly 14 minutes gone in the second half. Galway 3-14, Offaly 1-9. Pete Finnerty, the taker of the sideline ball. A place in the All-Ireland final at stake against Tipperary. O'Ryan across the face. And it's whipped away by John Miller into open space. Vincent Tehan racing down for it. Martin Naughton tried to close down that gap and catch up with the speedy and pacey player. Vincent Tehan on the right-hand side strikes, and Offaly have needed a score, but they need enough more than that. Only 2 of the Offaly forwards have scored, which is a telling indictment against them this afternoon. Tehan has 1, Corrigan's the other. He's got 2 points, Vincent Tehan. And a push there on PJ Martin, I think. Results in a free for Brendan Keeshan and Offaly. PJ Martin is now playing centre half back. Keeshan's probing ball down towards Pat Delaney has been something of a disappointment. Picked up here by Danny Owens. Referee says play on. And stopped down there by the last line of defence. John Commons goes off a defender and it's gone for a 65. John Commons, the Galway goalkeeper, called into service. It's always a difficult one for a goalkeeper when there's so much play down at the other end. He has to keep his concentration and his sharpness for the occasion when they will most need him. One of the great long-range free takers in modern hurling, Brendan Keeshan. Drops in searchingly towards Pat Delaney, and it's a goal for Offaly. It's precisely what the game has required. Well, that's a vital goal for Offaly. First real chance we've seen of Pat Delaney in action, and he goes from the 65. 16 minutes are gone in the second half. Watch for the big blonde centre forward. Used to be centre half, of course. That one came down and he touched it in. So the big fella says, right, let's have more of that. Might make a match of it yet. Vincent Tian drills it through to Eugene Coughlin. If they can get motoring, we could have a tight finish yet. Joe Dooley has been so quiet all along. Stopped by John Commons. Cleared away to midfield. Joachim Kelly gathers with confidence. Blocked down, however, by Pat Malone. Malone sticks doggedly to his task. Pat Delaney coming out to try and save the situation for Offaly, but it's Martin Naughton who takes it away, and another mazy solo run right across field, pursued by PJ Martin and Vincent Tian. Crossing, what a run of about 40 metres, make that about 50 now. Oh, this is a fantastic run by Naughton. Eventually stopped just outside the 20-metre run. That is one of the best solo runs I think I've seen for years in top flight hurling. Oh, marvellous stop by Naughton, the 24-year-old. What pace, what skill. Well, from a possible chance for Offaly at the other end, he set up a scoring chance for Galway down at the canal end. Should be from a good angle for Joe Cooney. And that's his fourth point, the third to come from frees. And a quick enough response to that Offaly goal by Pat Delaney. The margin at the moment is 8 points in Galway's favour. Jim Croy towards Joachim Kelly, runs on to Mark Corrigan. Pat Cleary has also been very quiet, stopped on this occasion by Ollie Kilkenny, comes out to Danny Owens. Owens trying to take it through the heart of that defence, popped a high one to the face by Tony Keady, and the referee has a quick word with Galway's centre half back as Danny Owens is grounded. Free into Offaly will be the outcome, and Joe Dooley is leaving the scene of the action. We'll wait to see just who has come in to replace him. Sympathetic pats from the people on the bench over there for Joe Dooley. Mark Corrigan will be the free taker.